Is that the Duolingo owl? I haven't been to the doctor in 3 years. 3 whole years I have not been to the doctor. That's actually a lie. One time, like a couple of years, like a year ago or something, I split my toe open, and I had to go to the emergency room for that. That was the last time I've been to the doctor. But, other than that, I haven't been to a doctor in 3 years. It's been that long. Because the last time I went was when I was 17, and then I aged out of the doctor that I used to have. So I just never went to another one. Hey, buddy. Hey. Oh, wow, we both suck. Oh, wow, we both suck so bad. Okay. But anyway, not having been to the doctor in that long is a genuine, like, issue. Because I kind of forgot how the process goes. Actually, I never knew how the process went in the first place. Like, I never really knew how the process went in the first place because I never had made my own doctor's appointment. Oh, my God! But anyway, so for anyone who is becoming an... Okay, for anyone who's becoming an adult... Go to the doctors, okay? Just go to the doctors, okay? It's super easy to get an appointment. I was actually shocked at how easy it was to get an appointment at the doctor's. I just said, like, hey, I just called the office and I said, hey, I'm a new patient. Can I get in here? And they were like, yeah, sure. So, and look, all right. I know healthcare in the United States is a bitch, but if you have healthcare, go to the doctors. It's so easy. It's so easy to get an appointment. It's not hard at all. That hit him. You can't fool me. It was so easy for me to get an appointment at the doctor's. Like, I'm not even joking. But anyway, I got my appointment, and I got my appointment for the doctor. It was super easy to do it. I encourage all of you to go to the doctors. Get an appointment for the doctors, because it's so easy to do it, especially if you have healthcare. Wow, I played a full game. It has been 3 minutes, and I still haven't gotten to the point. My God, I'm a yapper. Oh my God. Anyway, so I went to the doctor, and I showed up to the doctor's office an hour earlier than I needed to, because I had put the time wrong on my calendar. And the lady at the front desk was super nice about it. She did not need to be that nice about it. She could have made me feel like the biggest idiot of all time, but she didn't. She was so nice. She didn't make me feel stupid at all. I was like, yeah, I'm here for my appointment. I gave her my name, and she was like, oh, you're here a little early. And I'm like, I know I'm here a little early. But anyway, so I'm sitting in that waiting room. The nurse was like so nice. She said, oh yeah, you might actually get in earlier. I did not get in earlier. It did not take, it took, I went in exactly as I was meant to on schedule. I didn't get into the doctor a minute earlier than I was meant to. This guy is still alive. Oh my God. Okay, he just died. So, fun fact of the doctors. The first thing they do when you go to the doctors, no matter what, is they take your weight. They immediately take your weight. That is the first thing they do every single time without fail. They did not take my height, though, so I can continue to successfully lie about that. They take my weight, and then they bring me to the room I'm supposed to be in. And then they bring me to the room I'm supposed to be in. And then they give me this gown that I have to wear. They gave me this little gown that I have to wear. You know those hospital gowns that they give to you when you go to the hospital? Yeah, they gave that to me. They gave one of those to me. Now, I had never worn one of those gowns before. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to put that on. I didn't know anything. But I was like, I'm not an idiot. I can figure this out. So I put the gown on, and about halfway through me putting that gown on, I realized I put this thing on backwards. I definitely put it on backwards. I absolutely put it on backwards. I know I put it on backwards because I'm not stupid. But by the time I realized, I was like, you know what, I'm too far in. Like, I'm too far in. I don't think the dude that's gonna be looking at me is gonna care at all. Oh my God. Die, please. Okay, he's still alive. But anyway, the doctor comes in and he asks a bunch of like random questions that he needs to know. Like, you know those really awkward questions that they ask at the doctors? You know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Then he asks all those questions, and I answer them. And then he's like, all right. fun fact, I forgot to mention this, but my mom actually came with me. The reason my mom came with me, you will figure that out in a moment. But she drove me there. But anyway, so the doctor does the physical, and then it moves on to what I like to call the main event of this visit. Okay, this guy down here has has a fire aspect sword. That is dangerous. That is very dangerous. So I need to, like, no, don't shoot at me. Don't shoot. He's a flame bow. Okay, I am so screwed. I'm just gonna try, honestly. I'm just gonna try and, like, wait, maybe they'll fight and then I can clean. Oh no, he's coming up to me. Oh no, they are fighting. Well, watch what I'm about to do. Oh my god! Oh my god, he's alive? Are you kidding me? Let's go! I got too excited. I started, like, not doing well. So, the main event of this doctor's visit, the reason I brought my mom along in the first place, was because I was getting my blood work done. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's pretty simple. Basically, the doctors will take some blood from you so that they can figure out if there's anything wrong with you. That is what blood work is. They take your blood and they test it, make sure there's nothing wrong with you. So yeah, I had never done that before. I had never got my blood work done before. This was going to be a new experience for me. And I was so confident because I have always been great with things like this. I've always been great with things like this. I am an absolute champion at things like this. Like, I was so confident that I would be fine. You know, I knew, like, oh, there's a pretty good chance, there's a risk I might pass out, but I'm not gonna pass out, you know. I'm not gonna pass out. I would never pass out. No, I want those golden apples. Those are mine. They take me to this room with this ominous looking execution style chair. They sit me down in it, and then the nurse walks in. She says, "Are you Matthew?" I'm like, "Yep, that's my full government name you just said to me." And then she gets this tourniquet. She ties a tourniquet around my arm, and then she gets this needle, and she says, "Have you ever done this before?" I'm like, "Nope. This is my first time getting my blood drawn." And she was like, "Okay." And she explained to me, like, okay, so this is all the stuff you might feel. It's gonna be since we've never done this before, I'm gonna try and be careful and make sure you're gonna be okay. And I'm like, I was all confident. I was like, you don't even gotta worry. You don't even gotta worry. I'm gonna be fine. Like, I was so confident the entire time. Yeah, she puts the needle in my arm, and she starts drawing the blood. And at first, I was like, this ain't shit. I was going into it like all tough shit. I was like, this is nothing. I can handle this. I'm perfectly fine. I was so confident the whole time. And the nurse, she looked at me as she was drawing blood. She was like, "You're doing great. Are you feeling okay? You feel sick at all?" And I was like, "Nope, not at all. Perfectly fine." I'm getting double teamed. Oh boy. Why'd he come for me and not the guy with the diamond chest plate? Oh my god, I shouldn't have survived that. But anyway, she asked me, like, "Oh, are you feeling sick or anything?" And I'm like, "Nope, I'm feeling perfectly fine. Literally nothing wrong with me." It's getting kind of dark in here, isn't it? As soon as I was like, "I'm fine," the room started to get so dark. Everything looked so dark. My vision was getting spotty. You know, I was like, "Oh my god, wait, I feel kind of sick too." And is it kind of hot in here? I started to sweat too. Like, so here I am sitting here, my vision going dark. Like, my vision going dark. Like someone was turning out the lights. Like the sun was setting inside this room with no windows. I started to feel sick. I haven't felt sick like I wanted to throw up in like 20 years. And I started sweating like a recovering addict. Like, it was bad. And the nurse could absolutely tell, by the way. The nurse looked at me and was like, "You feeling okay?" "No, lady! I feel terrible!" I'm fighting through this fire. I believe in myself. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. If I survive this, oh, that'll be a miracle. Oh my god. I started to feel really awful, like, really quickly, too. and I was fighting the urge to pass out. I was fighting it. I did not want to pass out. I refused to pass out. But as it kept going, I started to get more and more. I started to feel more and more sick. I started to everything started getting darker and darker, and I was sweating more and more. She finishes drawing my blood. She finishes the process of drawing my blood, and she says, "Oh, you did a great job." She said, "You did a great job." And then hold on, hang on, I'm almost done. All right, there we go. Wait, I got name dropped in chat here. What did I do? What'd I do? I don't know if I heard the context of this statement. I don't know if she said something or explained to me what was about to happen. But all of a sudden, I just hear, "Open your mouth," and I'm like, huh? She stuck a lollipop in my mouth. She didn't I think she probably said something and I just didn't hear it, I just didn't process it. But all of a sudden I just had a lollipop in my mouth. And by the way, it was a little dum-dum too. You know those dum-dum lollipops that you only get when something terrible happens to you? Yeah, that's what she gave to me. But yeah, no, she gave me a lollipop, a little dum-dum lollipop that you only get when something terrible happens to you. And then she also proceeded to give me a can of apple juice. I had never seen a can of apple juice in my entire life leading up to this moment. So that was an interesting experience. But anyway, she gave me this stuff because sugar is what's supposed to help you when you're feeling like you're about to pass out and stuff. So the sugar is what was supposed to help. And then she had me drink it and eat the lollipop, and I did that. I did that perfectly, by the way. I mean, I'm just saying I'm the GOAT. Then she helps me stand up, and she leads me to this little bed that they have in the room, and she just has me lie down. And then she goes and gets my mom. And the first thing I hear when my mom walks in, oh, by the way, I brought my mom because I needed her to drive me home because I didn't think I'd be able to drive after getting my blood drawn. I feel like that's pretty obvious. But anyway, the first thing I hear when my mom walks into this room, the first thing I hear is, "I knew it." She knew I wouldn't be able to handle that. She knew I was screwed. She knew I was dying in there. From the literal moment I didn't come back in 15 seconds, she was like, "This kid's dying. My kid's dead." Okay. Alright. That just really, are we dead ass right now? Are we dead ass? Are we being dead ass? Are we being fully dead ass right now? I'm gonna clean this. I'm also gonna kill you. Both of you are dying today. Yeah, you're dead. You're also dead. There we go. See how well that went? What do you want from me? What is this guy? What the fuck? No, my mom walked in on me and saw me lying there. She saw her 21-year-old grown-ass son lying down like a recovering drug addict with a lollipop and a can of apple juice in his hand. That must have been the funniest thing she's ever seen in her life. Barna, that had to be the funniest thing she's ever seen in her life. I'm telling you, that had to be hilarious to look at. I lied there for 5 minutes before eventually I felt good enough to stand, and then they let me leave. And then I walked home. I didn't walk home. I walked to my car, and my mom drove me home. But that was an experience. It felt like an out-of-body experience. Anytime my hands would touch together, it felt like someone else was touching my hands. Getting my blood drawn and I did not pass out, by the way. I just want that to be known. I stayed conscious the whole time, which is probably my biggest flex in the past couple years. But anyway, it felt like an out-of-body experience. It was wild. It was a wild experience. Because anytime my hands would touch together, it would feel like someone else was touching me. It was so weird. But I survived. I lived to tell the tale. Hopefully you enjoyed this little story. I will see you all later. Bye-bye. I didn't even realize I won every game I played. My god, I didn't even notice that. I was just talking. I'm the best.